I don't know if you've noticed this, but regardless of who is in power in Washington, the one thing that Americans deserve and actually demand of their government is that it sees its power as a sacred trust from the people and operates even-handedly within the law. Now, really, there should be no difference no difference at all in how a Democrat or a Republican is treated by the government, whether it's agencies like the IRS or by the Department of Justice, the FBI, or the court system. Lady Justice is supposed to be blind to everything but the law, and her scales are supposed to be even. Sadly, most of us know that's just not the case these days. The weaponization and the politicization of the highest levels of law enforcement, such as the FBI, when they were trying to tie Donald Trump to the Russians, that's just a prime example. Indictments handed down by Special Prosecutor John Durham already reveal that there really was a vast conspiracy, but it started from the Hillary Clinton campaign and its operatives and resulted in fabricated dossiers used to actually spy on the Trump campaign in 2016, and then even after he was sworn in as president. And the cover-up led all the way to the director of the FBI, the head of the CIA, as well as corrupt members of Congress like Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell, Jerry Nadler, and others who unleashed the full power of the federal government to try and discredit Donald Trump and to protect those who abuse their positions of trust in the government and who ought to be in prison right now, not getting a government paycheck. Now, this is not a small thing. When Richard Nixon abused his power as president and surrounded himself with those who committed crimes to influence an election and then to cover it up, there was universal anger, and it wasn't just from Democrats, but Republicans were just as upset. And the media relentlessly pursued the truth wherever it led them. Boy, those days are gone. I mean, we've seen disgusting abuses of power in our government toward people just like you. In the Obama years, Lois Lerner, a high-level IRS official, singled out conservative, pro-life, and pro-Christian organizations and denied them nonprofit status, even targeted some with such heavy-handed tactics that they ultimately ceased to exist because they couldn't match the resources of the federal government to fight back. You see, the greatest threat to our nation, its institutions, and to our children is not the national debt, although that is a serious threat to our economy. And it isn't what China or Russia might do or attempt to do, regardless of how bold they might be in cyber attacks or worse, a military assault. No, the greatest threat to America is not even the hyper-partisan and radically left social media and high-tech giants. And they really do pose some serious threats to constitutionally protected free speech. The greatest single threat to our nation is that our own government would engage in nothing less than criminal enterprises to deprive some Americans of due process and equal protection under the law, and then would excuse and ignore criminal behavior on the part of those who are on the side of the political party in power. Folks, if we can't trust our law enforcement officials, if we can't trust the courts and the legislature and executive and judicial branches to play it straight, it's not a matter of if we will collapse, but when. During my tenure as governor, one of my regulatory agencies came to me and told me that a personal friend of mine, a longtime supporter, was engaging in unlawful activities regarding that particular industry that they were regulating. And when they asked, what should they do? I immediately said, well, it's simple. You treat that individual no better or no worse. But if the law has been broken, spare nothing. Now, that cost me the friendship of the individual, as well as friends and family members of that individual. But better to lose friends than to lose one's honor and solemn duty to treat all persons exactly the same. So, here's what it means in simple terms. It means treating a political adversary as fairly as one would treat a friend. and treat a friend no differently than a foe. Because if government fails to do that and treats and acts as if its power is a political license to destroy opposition, then our government is more corrupt than anything or anyone it ever tries to adjudicate. And we really will have lost the country. Now, if you're seeing this, I know you've enjoyed that video. I mean, how could you not, after all? So, you know what you should do? Leave a like, click on the subscribe button below, and hit the notification bell next to it so you'll always know when I have another video up for you to enjoy.